All right, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Ibadan. It's time for the paper review, Breaker Down newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. I am Chike Ubogo, and this morning I'll be taking you through the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, and the Daily Post this morning. I'm not here alone.
Good morning to you, Chike. Good morning, dear listener. I am Olutayo Ogwade. Thank God it's another beautiful Friday and time for your morning tonic. We'll go straight to the papers. I have Daily Trust, Premium Times, and The Guardian newspaper.
All right, moving straight up to the Punch newspaper this morning. Headline there, bold headline, front page. It says subsidy. Federal government may deduct 2.4 trillion naira palliative from federation account. Plans talks with these riders. States provide list of 42 million beneficiaries of 5,000 naira largest monthly. Government must fix refineries before removing subsidy. That's coming from Pengusin. We have a fuel worth 12.87 billion naira lost in 7 months, says NMPC. We also have here Lagos planning 3,400 housing units for workers. That's coming from the governor, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Ondo Assembly suspends local government chair over alleged fraud. Trafficker caught with 2.7 billion naira cocaine claims 1 million naira reward for mother's eye problem. Okay, comedian Babasue buried as family Islamic clerics disagree. Still with the Punch newspaper this morning, were kidnapped, raped while traveling to Libya, says 21-year-old returnee. It's some sad news here. Popular Buhari supporter killed, burnt in Anambra. Widow fingers errant ex-tenant. We also have here 5,722 Nigerian specialists, 1,540 others practicing medicine in UK. That's from the GMC. Also here, Boko Haram has ready tools from today's 14 million out-of-school children of Obasanjo. Boko Haram has ready tools from today's 14 million out-of-school children. That's coming from Obasanjo. Malami, arrowhead of EFCC's move against Obiano, Anambra alleges. Malami, arrowhead of EFCC move against Obiano, Anambra alleges. And lastly, Nigeria Air, federal government to float IPO begins operations with 3 planes. These are some headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning.
I took my first paper, a story from Daily Trust newspaper, and Buhari orders security agencies to chase terrorists from Abuja Kaduna Road. Robber who disguised as header nabbed during operation. Kidnappers kill 1, abduct 6 family members in Kogi. Watch list are relocated to US after my tenure. Obiano replies EFCC. Still from there, Nigeria's Umar elected INT'L vice president for Africa. Thabo Mbeki, how I worked against Obasanjo's 3rd term. Women demand implementation of 35% affirmative action. Why judiciary budget shrouded in secrecy? Senate panel. Okay, 2021. Okay, I come back to that. Let's see this one. Married man, bride to be found dead inside car in Kano. Russian companies set to invest in Nigeria. Customs seizes 7,000 bags of rice in Ogun. Dora Akili husband buried in Anambra. Obasanjo. Boko Haram's next recruits will come from 14 million out-of-school children. Why Oshibajo should succeed Buhari APC group. 2023 women politicians demand special slots in elective positions.
All right, still from the Punch newspaper, Senate queries Federal Character Commission over secret recruitments. That's the PDP Northern governors hail Atiku Abubakar at 75. 9 dead as fresh disease breaks out in Ebonyi community. 9 dead as fresh disease breaks out in Ebonyi community. Southeast killings force Catholic summits to move from Imo to Asaba. Southeast killings First Catholic Summit movement from Imo to Asaba. Female students urged to resist rapists. Chidinma sold Ataga's laptop to me for 495,000 naira. That's coming from a businessman. That's still on the Ataga story there. Oluwo, that's traditionalists warn Murik against interference, insists on march. Okay, trafficker caught with 2.7 billion naira cocaine. Court sentences 4-year-old's kidnapper to death in Akwa Ibom. And we have a man who checked into hotel after quarreling with wife found dead in River State. Man who checked into hotel after quarreling with wife found dead in River State. CBN awards 5 million naira loans to graduates under new scheme. CBN awards 5 million naira loans to graduates under new scheme. We also have one here. South Africa reports new COVID-19 variant after Nigeria lifts ban. South Africa reports new COVID-19 variant after Nigeria lifts ban. These are some headlines from the Punch newspaper.
All right, we go to Premium Times. Nigerian lawmakers want major clampdown on meth production, say addiction worsening. For fallen Nigerian soldiers, families risk suffering socio-economic woes. Bring ransom before we leave network area, terrorists tell family of kidnapped police officer. 47,000 women, girls killed by partners, family members in 2020 Africa tops list. UN. Nigeria government commits to establishing special SGBV courts. Let's see some more from Premium Times. Court stops EFCC from investigating ex-Bayelsa governor's assets declaration. Ex-presidential candidate Kingsley Moghalu accuses army of arson in Imo. Nigerian governors land grabbers. Okay, that's according to a lecturer. Reps move to make January-December budget cycle mandatory. NSAS report, CSO demand prosecution of persons indicted for abuses, murder. Nigerian senators want Ajaokuta Steel Complex completed. And one more, Nembe oil spill impact similar to Hiroshima's destruction during World War, Minister.
All right, moving straight on to the Daily Post. Some interesting headlines here. Kwara government seals residential building for practicing open defecation in Ilori. Kwara government seals residential building for practicing open defecation in Ilori. We also have one story here. Nigeria is diversifying from oil. That's coming from the Vice President of Shibajo. Nigeria is diversifying from oil. Mkpurummiri, that's Nigeria risks turning into zombie nation if crystal meth is not battled. That's coming from a rep, that's a member of the House of Representatives. Nigeria risks turning into zombie nation if crystal meth is not battled. Amotekun rescues herdsmen abducted by suspected headers in Ondo. Amotekun rescues herdsmen abducted by suspected headers in Ondo. An interesting story there. Headers kidnapping herdsmen. Interesting. Moving straight to some other stories here. Fresh cholera outbreak claims 1,013 claims 13 hospitalized in Taraba. Fresh cholera outbreak claims 13 hospitalized in Taraba. Lastly, Federal Capital Territory Minister Bello appeals to teachers' union to call off strike. These are some headlines from the Daily Post this morning.
All right, we go to the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria risks fourth wave as South Africa detects deadlier COVID-19 variant. Again, Buhari orders service chiefs to tackle banditry, insurgency. I'll relocate to U.S. after my tenure. Obiano replies EFCC. CSOs seek protection of NSAS victims from further harassment, intimidation. Traffic robbers adopt new tactics as Christmas approaches. Only 27% African health workers fully vaccinated against COVID-19, says WHO. Okay, still from The Guardian, Nigeria's oil production rebounds as Shell lifts force majeure on Bonny Light exports. Report sees Nigeria's exports hit $112 billion by 2030. COVID-19, December the 1st deadline, only 3% eligible Nigerians fully vaccinated. NLC rejects proposed 5,000 naira stipend to replace petrol subsidy. Let me take two more before we go on a break. Osimhen discharged from clinic in Milan. NFF worried. And over 120 players subscribe to daily. Okay, all right. Let's go on a commercial break. When we return, we'll engage Justin Edumo. Good morning.
Our friend Oliver is what you call a man with a huge appetite. Gigantic, actually. And if there's one phrase we have come to know Oliver for, it is this.
More data, please.
No matter what we offer him.
More data, please.
So, guess what we did? We heard Glow created new data plans for people like Oliver, and we got him exactly that. And guess what Oliver said?
Excuse me, please, is this all for me? Only me?
Now, Oliver certainly has more than enough data. All thanks to the Glow Mega Data Plans.
With the longer validity you get on Glow Mega Data Plans, you can work from home with ease, run your business better, download non-stop, stream music and movies endlessly, learn online, and share data with anyone. No worries. Get 225 gigabytes at 30,000 naira for 30 days, 425 gigabytes at 50,000 naira for 90 days, and 1 terabyte at 100,000 naira for a year. Dial *777# now to start enjoying these mega plans.
Glow Unlimited.
Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins. I have uncles.
Unwrap all the baggage in Ghana Jollof. Streaming weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 naira monthly at showmax.com.
Golden Mon, your favorite breakfast cereal, is 35 years. Made in Niger, for Niger, by Niger. Now see us from Niger to the world.
Global now.
All thanks to you. So let's celebrate this journey with over 35 million in cash and prizes. Just return 2 empty 900-gram Heritage Edition sachets to your closest redemption center for an instant prize and a chance to be a millionaire. Visit the Golden Morn Nigerian pages on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
ká tó bá ní ìrìn àjò ó yẹ ká mọrúfẹ́ ẹni tá a fẹ́ bá ní ìrìn àjò torí ká má bàa sọnù ká tó sọnù ìdí sì nìyí tí gbajúgbajà iléeṣẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà tó mójúlẹ́jà bí agbanisíṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé ẹni tí ń wáṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Àwọn ni alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ pàtàkì pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group.
Ní báyìí iléeṣẹ́ FMH International HR ti ṣe ìwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ wọ́n sì ti rí gbogbo ìṣòro lọ́kàn òjọ̀kan èyí tí àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun fojú winá ẹ̀.
Ìdí gan sì rèé tí wọ́n fi ń ké sí gbogbo ẹni tí jì sọ́fì àwọn alágbèédá lórí ipa afẹ́ lọ sílùú èbó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìwọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti máa gbé tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
Wọ́n ti ṣetán láti ro ọ lágbára pẹ̀lú information tó nílò láti mú àlàrere rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn. Ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìmọ̀ràn àti ètò ìtọ́nisọ́nà yìí o. Tètè kàn sí FMH International HR báyìí ní 3rd and 9th floors Cocoa House, Ìbàdàn.
Telephone 081-000-56451 àti 081-155-14779.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ fún yín pa Zainabu bó bá ti jí láàárọ̀ yóò kọ́ jẹun tó dáa yóò wá gbé pabambarì lé lórí Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 ara ti mókùnù ọpọlọ ti jí pépé iṣẹ́ yá.
lẹ́ òjò.
káàárọ̀ Zainab ìdí nù ti fi máa pegedé lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ rẹ̀.
jọ̀ọ́ náwó mú wéhùn.
àti pàápàá ń bi eré Didion syrup of hemoglobin ní èròjà vitamin B12 nínú tí yóò mú kọ́pọlọ àtara rẹ̀ ó jí pépé ní ìgbáradì fún àṣeyọrí tí ọ̀lẹ́gbẹ́ ń gbà gbogbo. Mu ṣíbí méjì Didion péré lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ṣíbí lásán tàbí kó pòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ohun mímu ẹlẹ́rìndòdò tó bá fẹ́ràn. Ọ̀yá gbéra ńlẹ̀ bí akọni pẹ̀lú Didion.
To be healthy, strong and active, I say. Take Didion.
Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 agbára tí ń roni lágbára ẹ kàwé pélébé inú rẹ̀.
Hello. We believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes, with Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lands at Titan Farms Estate, Upperland City, Monia, Idianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
An exciting day at school begins with breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9, station where joy resides. Remember, you can watch us live on YouTube. The handle is at 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. All right, we'll be joined by Austin Idumo right about now to look at some headlines and then make some sense out of these headlines. So, Austin, good morning.
Yeah, Chike, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Austin.
Good morning, I'm fine. And you?
Not bad, fine, and grateful to God for a brand new day. Let's start with some headlines here this morning.
All right, report says Nigeria's exports hit $112 billion by 2030. That's from The Guardian. A new research by Standard Chartered has projected that global exports will almost double from $17.4 trillion to $29.7 trillion over the next decade, with Nigeria topping the volume for Africa. At 9.7% yearly growth rate, the report sees Nigeria's export volume peaking at $112 billion by 2030. It's a long story here. What do you make of this headline?
Hello, Austin, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, you listened to that headline there where we have a report from the Guardian newspaper. It says the report sees Nigeria's exports hit 112 billion naira by
$20
billion by 2030.
Yes, it's doable. That's the truth of the matter. It depends on our export policies and program, even as we speak right now. The major target of the government is to expand exports in the country, especially non-oil export. Because if we have a projection around 2030, the logic and economically tendency should be to expand non-oil export. Because if we expand non-oil exports, we are going to get adequate revenue that will be enough to cater and to trigger industrial development even within the country. So since it's a projection, I think we have to have a robust template to be able to drive this agenda so that at the end of the day, we'll know how to shift the goalposts or the target by the time 2030 is close by. So if we aggressively look at what is in it for us as a country, it also depends on the effort of the government to diversify the economy, because I'm quite sure that the Export Promotion Council we have to bring up flexibility in terms of individuals and corporations within the country who want to do business in terms of export, because there are still a lot of bureaucratic bottleneck as far as that agency of government is concerned. So let's liberalize every aspect of the economy so that whatever we have advantage to produce at home, we can actually export them to make more money for government. There are two advantages in all of this. one, the government can make more money from it. And secondly, we have to save ourselves of forests in terms of the balance of trade that we will engage in as a country. So I would say it's a welcome development, but it's not just a projection that after making this projection on paper, we just go back to our sleep.
Austin,
no, we should pursue it aggressively with robust economic policy to be able to drive this, and at the end of the day, we'll meet this target.
All right, talking about non-oil exports, you talked about policies and all that, and then you want to ask, don't you think we have these policies on ground? The only problem we have is so commonsensical. If you don't fix power, how do you produce?
Yes, that is the major problem too that we have. If you look at the idea of power, Nigeria have always lagged behind in the area of not being able to add value. Most of the time we produce in crude form and export into other countries. Look at the problem we have had with crude oil. After several decades of exploration and production of crude in the country, we still lack the local capacity to refine as a country. We export the crude and at the end of the day bring in refined product. That is depleting the economy in terms of balance of trade. So all of this will not do well. So let the government look at an enabling environment. That is why I talked about policy earlier. That is why I talked about robust templates. I also talked about aggressively pursuing some of these programs so that at the end of the day, we'll be able to make ends meet. So for me, let the government create an enabling environment, provide power for Nigerians, and we'll be able to add value, not just export in crude form, but we'll be able to add value, make it, refine it from a crude level. If it is not to a finished product level, at least something that is very close. The idea of just exporting in crude may not really help us as a country. And we are also talking about enabling environment. And power, it is strategic to whatever industrial and economic development of any country.
Does it look like we are really positioned for globalization, which would drive some of these things that we just we read? Hello, Austin?
All right, Austin, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Well, it seems you didn't get my own question, did you?
I'm with you, Chike.
Okay, Tayo was just asking you a question now.
Hello, Austin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. So I spoke about globalization, which would drive, the prediction earlier read. That are we positioned for globalization with the current state of things? I think it's struggling to pick it from here. Let's move on and let's see, maybe retry to see if we get a better connection with Austin Edumo. How to restructure Nigeria before 2023, Jega. A former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Atahiru Jega, has said there is a need for the country to embark on short-term restructuring before the general elections in 2023 to address some of the challenges facing the nation. Jega stated this at the 2021 public lecture he delivered at a university in Ondo State. The lecture was titled Towards Stabilizing the Nigerian Federation. And according to him, there seemed to be a lack of political will on the part of those who are at the helm of affairs of the nation's executive and legislative arms of government. Hello, Austin?
Yes, I'm back. I'm with you.
Okay. So I just took it here now. Jega is, advising us on how to restructure Nigeria before 2023. Did you see the story too?
Yes, I saw the story. I think it's imperative that we just have to restructure the country. The restructuring might not be full-fledged restructuring like we canvass for, but the major issue we have had with this administration and any government in power for that matter is their inability to kickstart the process of restructuring. For example, if you allow judicial autonomy, for example, if you allow legislative autonomy at state level, for example, already kickstarting the process of restructuring. So we must start somewhere. If you look at the issue of VAT that we talk about, for example, we are also looking in the direction of fiscal restructuring in the country. So, however, we might not be able to do a holistic restructuring between now and 2023, who even say it's not possible. But we need political will on the part of those in government to be able to kickstart the process, because we can't have a situation where we go into cycles of election and at the end of the day, our problem remains the same. Our current structure can no longer accommodate us. It is no longer sustainable as a country. Look at the security architecture, for example, where there's a central command system, control system from Abuja. That is unitary in nature. We must decentralize some of this process. And what Jega also talked about is items on the exclusive legislative list. Let us look at some of these items on exclusive legislative list. We can have about 3 or 96 items thereabout, and we have close to 60 of them on the exclusive legislative list. Let us devolve power in such a way that state will be able to legislate more on some of these items that we talk about, and at the end of the day, we will be able to move forward. So that will translate to more responsibility for the state, rather than people looking up to Abuja. They look more to their state government to be able to take responsibility. In security matters, for example, state government hide under that particular constitutional loophole that they don't have the power to command security architecture within their various states. And a lot of things are suffering in terms of security as a result of that. So whatever we have to do as a country, even if we are not going to do a holistic restructuring, we must kickstart the process before the 2023 general election. I agree completely with Atairu Jega, but the government needs political will, needs seriousness, sincerity on the part of the government to be able to get this done.
All right, there's this headline from the Punch newspaper. Senate queries Federal Character Commission over secret recruitment. The Senate on Thursday said it had asked management of the Federal Character Commission to react in writing to the secret recruitment being allegedly carried out by the federal ministries, departments, and agencies. Chairman Senate Committee on Federal Character Commission and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator Danjuma Allah, stated this in an exclusive interview with Punch newspaper. And the headline, Senate queries Federal Character Commission over secret recruitment. Well, are you surprised hearing about secret recruitments in the civil service?
Of course, I'm not surprised. This has always been, and most of the time, it's always done in favor of certain group of people, which is not supposed to be so. Sometimes ago, there was a kind of embargo on recruitment, especially to agencies and parastatals of government. But we have found out that there's never a time that some of these agencies stop recruiting people. Most of the time, they won't even make it public. You find out that people get enlisted into the ministry, department, and agency, despite the fact that the government has said that there is embargo on it. So if the Senate is probing this, let them do it thoroughly. Of course, according to them, they said the Federal Character Commission should explain in writing if this allegation is true or not. Let us dig deep to be able to know. And if at all there are secret recruitment, who are the major beneficiary of this recruitment? And the Senate that is also alerting the nation to this, because most of the time, senators, lawmakers, politicians are given slot. Does it mean that their interest is not being accommodated? That is why they are raising this alarm. Because we must be very careful about people raising alarm in the country. It might come from the National Assembly, it does not really matter. Because I'm quite sure if you favor them, especially the ruling class, there's a way they change the interests of the common man in the country. But when it does not favor them, one of the parties will appear sympathetic to the cause of the common man. So in all of this, I think we really need to know what is going on in some of these agencies. Because if government has said that we are not going to recruit, maybe for one reason or the other, especially paucity of funds, why then do we have to allow agencies to carry on secret recruitment? And like I just tell you now, authoritatively, government agencies have always been recruiting through the back door, through the secret level. They recruit into the workforce, employing some people. At the end of the day, you don't be surprised that, oh, no adverts, nothing, and people were just employed. Then how principled, how fair is even the Federal Character Commission itself? So these are the things that we really have to look into. The Federal Character Commission is not Federal Character Commission in the whole essence. So we have to look at it very critically. If some people are being recruited, who are they and whose interest is that serving presently in the country?
Well, there are discrepancies though, but we'll still leave that story for another day. It's something to really sit and discuss this issue, because you find out that some people resign voluntarily from the civil service.
Right.
Many people die during the course of work and all that. Then all of a sudden, there are no vacancies. And then you keep asking questions. How did these people recruit without due process? Is it based on nepotism, or is it because we've lost our core value system in this country? These are questions to ask.
Yes, even the Federal Character Commission is being nepotic. That's the truth of the matter. Sometimes ago in Ibadan, there is this particular federal government agency I visited, and I saw a fellow that I used to know, and I was surprised. You are working here? How did you get here? The fellow was just smiling. No official recruitment, because what the extant law stipulates is that for agencies of government, the advert to fill vacancy had to be done openly. It has to be open for eligible Nigerians to participate. But like I told you earlier, this has always been, in the case of government agency, parastatals and what have you, they have always been employing people. That is the truth. They have always been employing people through the back door, secretly, not as if there are no vacancy. They fill the vacancy through slots. Do you know how much government parastatal, how much it costs to get employment now? Some people pay as high as 750,000 to get just a slot. That is the point I'm making. Does it mean that the interests of these lawmakers were not served before they are bringing this to open? Because I'm not a politician, I'm not a lawmaker. I know that government agencies recruit time day in, day out. So how come they are just raising this alarm? This is a common practice within the civil service.
So you're
that's the truth of the matter.
So you're saying pay money make you get job, huh?
It depends on your.
That's the truth. We don't just have to measure. Tayo know now. Tayo, you know that this is what is going on.
It is well.
Some people pay as high as 750,000 naira, 500,000, even 1 million. I've gotten a particular person that paid as high as 1 million to get a federal agency work in this country, in this Ibadan.
Austin, let's move to other stories. Let's move to other stories.
All right. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the nation's security chiefs to eliminate the threats of terrorists and kidnappers along Abuja-Kaduna Road, in particular, and other places across the country.
Yes, it's another clarion call coming from Mr. President. Apart from the call, there has to be doggedness to be able to pursue this agenda. It's not just enough to give a marching order that service chiefs to chase them out of Abuja-Kaduna highway. It's becoming dreaded. That highway is becoming very notorious for this activity of bandits. So whatever we have to do as a country, we have to take them out at all costs, not just chasing out of that particular area. Because if you chase them out of that area, they will go somewhere else, hibernate, coordinate attack, and start carrying out their nefarious activity. But what we need to do is to take them out. Whatever that will take, let us do it. Let there be sustained bombardment. Not that now attention will be focused on Abuja-Kaduna highway. And when the security operatives move massively to that area, the issue of kidnapping will subside and these guys will relocate to another area. Let there be coordinated effort. Let there be sustained bombardment. Let there be synergy too on the part of security agencies in the country to be able to nip this in the bud. We can't continue to have a situation where a very busy highway suddenly becomes impassable for people, either through train or through road transport. We must do something as a matter of urgency. So apart from giving a marching order to the service chief, let the president also back up his word with action. Whatever equipment they have to deploy, let them deploy to be able to take these guys out.
All right, Austin, before we go on a commercial break, let's take this very funny, interesting, but very serious story. It says, outrage. I know you saw this video yesterday. Outrage as Abia State government gives women who deliver in primary health care centers 500 naira. You listened to the governor of Abia State yesterday on TV, where he gave reasons why women should be paid 500 naira after delivery. Well, the story here says a state member, the governor of Abia State, Okezie Ikpeazu, that women who deliver at primary health care center facilities in the state will be given 500 naira has caused outrage in Nigeria. The governor made the statement on Wednesday during a program on Channels TV, Sunrise Daily. Ikpeazu said Abia State has keyed into the basic health insurance for pregnant women. If you give birth in any of our centers, you get 500 naira delivery, 500 naira, and delivery is free. They give you a delivery pack and 500 naira. He was saying it with all confidence yesterday.
Yes, I think that is wrong. You wonder what most of the time happens to our the ruling class in the country. How can, in today's Nigeria, 500 naira? If you want to encourage health insurance scheme at the state level, there's a way you do it. Create more primary health centers. Let there be encouragement. Can 500 naira encourage women to go to this facility to deliver? Especially, except for those who are not really well to do, that will access some of this facility. I think this boils down majorly to what Buba Marwa of the NDLA is canvassing, that politicians once in a while need to get tested. They need to get tested before they are voted into office.
Tested for
because
what?
How can they? Of course, tested for narcotism, for drug and what have you. How can a governor, for example, come on a live television program to justify that? I actually expected when that question was thrown to him that he would deny. I actually expected that he would say, no, that is not the true picture. But the governor had to say it, and the way he was glorifying and saying it like a compensation pack, 500 naira for compensation pack for agreeing to go to a primary health center to deliver. If it shows that something, he said that we are wrong with something or something is wrong with us in this country. And Governor Ikpeazu has relatively, based on assessment, has been doing well in that state. So I don't know what suddenly happened that the governor start magnifying 500 naira for compensation as palliative for those who give birth in primary health center. I think that is strictly uncalled for. It shouldn't be. What you need to do, if delivery is free, create an enabling environment, make the facility worthwhile, let people be able to access the facility, not just facility for the poor people alone, but facility that even an average, somebody who is relatively well-to-do can also access this facility. So if you want to encourage them, is it 500 naira that you give to them? Of course, you have done well by saying that, oh, delivery is free. We used to have that in Ondo State sometimes ago. Some other place. So the idea of the one in Ondo State that time, I think Mother and Child, something like that, that Mimico initiated at that time. There was something like a compensation for them. Once you come, you register through the due process. Your facilities are available for you. You get delivered. I have a number of people who actually deliver through that process in Ondo State. So if that is what you want to encourage in Abia State, so be it. But the idea of a peanut of 500 naira, I think that should be discarded.
Okay, maybe it's just looking for a way to also check the population. We'll go on a break now. When we return, we'll still take some headlines here. Austin is still very much with us online.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
The next family to perform is the Johnson's family.
I'm breaking all limits.
Now me be my left for this world. I turn challenges into opportunities. Now me go be the next this world.
BioVit Vitamin B Complex is an ideal daily supplement for the family. Manufactured with vitamin B1, B2, and B6. BioVit supports development of the infant and helps boost energy for pregnant women. For a healthier and happier family, take BioVit.
BioVit Vitamin B Complex. Strength for active family. Produced by Daily Need Industries. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Precious Cornerstone University, PCU, a faith-based institution located in the heart of the city of Ibadan, provides a
student-friendly and enabling environment to fulfill your dreams. Precious Cornerstone University is a true pan-Nigerian university, currently with students from more than 22 states of the Federation. PCU is currently calling for admissions of new intakes, and with a minimum score of 120 in JAMB UTME with 5 O-level credits in English and mathematics alongside 3 other relevant subjects, you can enroll today in microbiology, mass communication, biochemistry, international relations, computer science, accounting, cybersecurity, economics, software engineering, business administration, physics with electronics, actuarial science, industrial chemistry, banking and finance, industrial mathematics, and more. Direct entry admission for all ND and HND holders is also ongoing, and students with lower mark than 120 can also register for JUPEB. Enroll online today at www.pcu.edu.ng and follow the procedure. Or you can visit the Precious Cornerstone University Campus 1 at Olaogun Odife Road, Ibadan, or call now 080-2739-5105 or 070-6426-3413. At Precious Cornerstone University, your place is here and your time is now.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher, a pilot, an astronaut.
Kids have big dreams, but a lack of iron in their diet could affect their brain development. That's why one sachet of Cerelac Junior provides 50% of their daily iron needs to help them learn to their full potential and fulfill their dreams.
A musician, an architect.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Ṣé a bá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé pẹ̀lú Super Picks wọ́n lè sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́fà wọ́n sì jẹ $50 mílíọ̀nù wọ́n wá béèrè wípé.
Gbọ́nà èlò ni màá ná.
Àádẹ́ sọ fún wọn wípé ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Lójijì ìbéèrè wọn wá yí padà sí.
Ṣé o tẹ́ ẹ sọ ni pé ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́ tàbí ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́?
Tí Super Picks bá sọ pé ọ̀fẹ́ náà ni. Sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́ta ó sì lè jẹ $50 mílíọ̀nù ní gbogbo òpin ọ̀sẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rọrùn pẹ̀lú Super Picks. Lọ sórí superpicks.com láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ìlànà àti àdéhùn wa ṣá o. Super Picks ìwọ́ta àwa ó sanwó.
Special season.
Àwọn kan wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó ń kojú nǹkan tá à ń pè ní sweet palava ìdààmú dídùn bí Akin tí ń rò bóyá kó òun wọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ tuntun òun kalẹ̀ sápọ̀ ọ̀tún nínú ọgbà alẹ́ òun. Ìdààmú báyọ̀ ń tiẹ̀ ní bóyá kó òun fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ tẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá tuntun òun tàbí kó òun fi rìmóòtì ìparọ́rọ́ tẹ̀. Bákan náà ní Fúnkẹ́ tí ń sí ẹ̀rọ amómi tuntun rẹ̀ lọ́bọ̀ léraléra kí ló lè farú èyí? Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ìwé náà bá fẹ́ ní ìrírí sweet palava ìdààmú dídùn tirẹ̀ pé *611# kó o sì rìsáàjì iye tó tó ₦500 lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ láti kópa nínú Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza yìí. Oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀bùn tó lé ọ̀kẹ́ márùndínlọ́gbọ̀n $500,000 ló wà nílẹ̀ fún jíjẹ láwọn bíi ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ agẹ́rẹ́, ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá, ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán, ẹ̀rọ amómitutù àtọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀bùn alárinrin mìíràn. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìsáàjì báyìí kó o lè jẹ̀bùn. Àdéhùn àtàsọtẹ́lẹ̀ wà ṣá o.
Glow Joy Unlimited.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow, you can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
Make una go see Ghana Jollof, see Jasper, see Romanus, now so they can go Ghana. They won't go Jollof.
Guy, I need a shout like that. Just tell them to watch the Showmax original Ghana Jollof every week. Subscribe from 1,200 naira. Sign up to showmax.com.
Welcome back. 47 minutes past 6. All right, it's time now to. In a bit we open the phone line. Boston Dumo is still here. I know Chike has about 2 stories there to look at.
All right, Austin. Quickly, let's look at these headlines simultaneously. Nigeria risks turning into zombie nation if crystal meth is not battled. That's coming from Sharon Ikazo, the House of Rep member. And this story again from Ondo State. Amotekun rescues herdsmen abducted by suspected herders. Interesting, right?
I think it's a good one. Yes, interesting. Those who think Amotekun is only for the interests of certain people, I think they should begin to have a rethink. If you look at the background story, that particular herdsman was adopted by other herders in that state, and a manhunt was launched by Amotekun and eventually they were able to rescue the man. So kudos to them. Let us begin to support Amoteku. Let's fund them the more. They can do better. They are not a parallel police structure. They are to complement the existing security structure that we have in the country. They are local, they are indigenous, they are familiar with the terrain. They can do better if we all support them, bring out the best in them. We are not saying that there are no bad eggs, and there are bad eggs everywhere. They are first of all individuals that are enlisted into Amoteku are first of all Nigerians before they became operative of the Amoteku. So the Nigerian factor will always be there. So we say kudos to them. Whatever crime that we have, we must nip them in the bud. There was another story from somewhere in other local government in Ogun State where some people went to rob a house and somebody dressed like a header. He was also apprehended. He dressed like a Fulani man to deceive members of the public. So this is what we have always said. It is not about profiling any particular ethnic group. Crime has no ethnic group. Crime has no religion. It has no nationality. It is endemic in human beings to commit crime. So what we are looking at is that wherever we suspect crime, let us all come together without our bias, without our sentiments. Let us help the security operative to nip them in the bud. So once again, kudos to Amoteku.
Okay, Austin, you just hold your thoughts there. We'll open the phone lines now, 070555949. Kindly turn down the volume on your radio set so we can hear ourselves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, on the issue of the statement credited to Alhaji Atayodega, honestly, the man is absolutely correct. Because I've said it on this platform, and I will keep on saying it. Until this present administration, under the leadership of Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari, listen to my voice and do the needful. Because something is wrong with our system. And we need to correct it. We need to go back to the system and format some things. That is why we are calling for restructuring. Good morning. This is the Mubasho.
Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Your name, please.
My name is Adeshi from UI.
Okay.
I want to comment on the secret recruitment to the federal civil service. Well, it has been like this for a very long time. But now, for the last 6 years, it has been so rampant and has been the order of the day. A lot of things, the campaign will change. Sincerely, a lot of things have changed. I don't even know, maybe I would say to the negative part. That's really changed. If you see, apart from recruitment, some things are going on now that you guys, even journalists, they are not aware of it. A certain amount of money have been disbursed to a certain section of the country now that many of you are not aware. And that is why somebody like me, my brother of the same mother, who is the presidential candidate of a political party from this part of the country now, I will vote for them. The presidential candidate must come from the southern part of the country now, because there is a lot of things that are going on that I just shake my head when I see people doing southerners. They don't know what is going on. So many things are going on about recruitment. I'm telling you, some people of the country now, what they are doing now, they are disbursing money every second. And some people, they are leaders here. They are just after telling maybe chairmanship of the political party or they want to retain as senator. They don't even know. They don't care for their own people.
Right, 070555949, 080970949. Kindly make your comments brief so others can contribute. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Chico, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Austin, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I don't hear you well, but I know that you hear me.
Very well.
Very well. We can hear you. All right, go ahead.
About Okeze Ibazo, he really needs to be checked, just as Austin said. Okeze Ibazo is from Aba Uwa. And in Port Harcourt Road there, that road has been like that. We are not making use of that road for the past 30 years. And that place belongs to him. He abandoned it, claiming that it's federal road. And the federal road that is inside a state. Shame on him as a governor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Halaji.
Halaji from Coca-Cola. Yeah, I want to disagree with Austin that we should start
ethnic profiling. On one hand, I think it's correct. But on the other hand, it's wrong. Because when we talk of business in Nigeria and entrepreneurship, we knew the Southeastern have it. When we talk of education, we know the Southwest have it. And the issue of kidnapping, banditry, kidnapping, for the past years now, we knew the majority of people that were involved are Fulani.
How did you get your data? Alaji. Hello, good morning.
So, good morning, Chike.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tayo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. This is okay. It's funny, the kind of leaders we have, the mistakes of leadership in Abia State. You can see. The man was even so proud to talk about 500 naira. They are comedians. That's actually how I want to look at it. He was so proud to describe 500 naira as if it's something else. It just tells you these are a set of people that are mistakes in leadership. And Austin, like you rightly said, yes, recruitment has been going on in federal districts. That is just the truth about it. I was just surprised when the National Assembly people now are now talking about it as if they did not know. I don't know who is fooling who. Good morning.
Thank you. Some of these guys are so detached from the realities of the common man. And that is why a whole governor will say that 500 rand means something. And was so almost even boastful about it.
I hope 500 naira could buy diapers in Abia State. Maybe. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Tayo House.
Morning.
I want to talk about this restructuring.
All right.
It is good. We need to restructure our mindset. If we restructure, we cannot go far. About this Anambra governor, it's not the only governor that will be on watch list. Anything that happens now, you say Malami. Tayo, there is a story you want to read that you don't read about a governor and land grabber. Read this for us. We have to know the governor. Have a nice time.
All right. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling this morning. 080-970-949, 070-550-949. Those are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning.
I'll call back, Chike.
Okay.
John called back.
Okay, John, quickly.
Please. You see that governor? Call Okezu Bazo.
Please be decent. Please be decent. Be decent.
It's working well.
No, be decent with your comments and contributions on radio, please. All right, thank you for calling. 070-550-949, 080-970-949. Those are the numbers to call. We have some messages on YouTube. Let's see what these viewers are saying.
All right, Timothy Okorie. Good morning, 32 FM. For me, Nigeria is already a zombie nation. We can do something about it. And I was talking about the substance abuse that you took the other time. Okay. The statement credited to Obiano that he will relocate to the United States after his tenure. Honestly, it shows that Nigeria's future is bleak. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is John Olariwaju.
All right.
Actually, I didn't hear you.
All right, go ahead. We can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
John Olariwaju from Ado.
Go ahead.
On the issue of Governor of Abia State, not only him, even virtually all the governors that we have in Nigeria, because even all the governments that we have in Nigeria, what they will be proud of, they cannot even go there, or their children, they cannot send their children there. What will be proud, we'll be proud of the education that he has built, the facility, he has done the fantastically in education. So we are proud of the health center, but let's check it very well. You cannot see any of their children there. You cannot see any of their family there. You cannot even see them go there for medical or for anything. So these are the kind of leaders that we so-called leaders that are parading in Nigeria. Or where we find a way to restructure this country. So it's not a new thing to me that Jaga is mentioning here.
Okay.
So, but he too is feeling the heat now. That's why he's coming on here and be saying this. I know that sooner or later, some of them that refuse for the restructuring or engagement,
they will also feel the same thing.
So, John, your point is made. You want Nigeria to be restructured. That's your point.
All right, and on the land grabber story, most states will acquire land. They said it is a public land. Before you know it, they will divide those lands among themselves by putting land administration under their care. Nigerian governors put themselves in a position to allocate lands to themselves and their cronies. This is according to Tajuddin Aluko, a professor of estate management of Bafemi Awolowo University. So I was just saying that most of them, because of the privileges they have, they are built.
This is the last caller.
I want to just a few seconds about recruitment in federal civil service.
Yeah.
I was once a victim in 2001. They are the best things. But I want you and Austin, I want to challenge you. Mention the office that they collect 1 million naira. If you want Nigeria to be good, please, I'm telling you and Austin, have a nice time.
All right, thank you. Austin, your final thoughts, we have to go.
Yes, Governor William Obiano said nothing can stop him from relocating to the United States. I don't know why the governor wants to relocate. If he has said nothing can stop him from going on holiday after his term, that would have been more appropriate. Then the FCC too must really worship. That was what they did in the case of Ayodele Fayose. Obiano is still a sitting governor. You can't declare, they almost declared him wanted, and it's uncalled for. Whatever investigation you are doing, once he hand over on the 16th of March next year, you can decide to do anything with him. He has immunity as we speak now. So the idea of almost wanting to declare a city governor wanted, I think it is unconstitutional and it is uncalled for.
All right.
In my view, EFCC has not changed. It is still the same EFCC that we have, and they really have to change.
All right. Thank you, Senator Dumo, for sharing your morning with us. And on this note, we'll also like to say a happy birthday to one of us, Hezekiah Oluwaseun Akinrinde. Today's his birthday, and we call him the radio bishop. He's the guy in charge of the podium, and of course himself and Chike Ogbogo on that. Congratulations to you, Seun Akinrinde, this morning. I wish you all the very best from all of us here. I'm Olutayo Gwade. Good morning to you, dear listener, and have a great Friday. Bye for now.
All right, many happy returns, Seun Akinrinde. Better years to come. Happy New Year. I am Chike Ogbogo, wishing you, dear listener, a very wonderful weekend. Good morning. Bye for now.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression. You're tuned into 32 FM, 94.9. The first station dedicated to bringing you joy, happiness,